All right, so now we're putting in our gang boxes. We are measuring 12 inches up from the floor to the bottom of the gang box. And then you want these little ridges right here to be right at the edge. So the back of that ridge that's sticking out here, you can see it real clearly on this one here that I haven't put in yet. That needs to be right at the front of the stud. That's gonna give you a good 1/2 inch when you drywall, so that that's sticking out, then you can put your faceplate on. Moving over here to our bathroom, these ones, we're gonna put in our 2 gang box. We're gonna put in our double right here, 48 inches up to the bottom of the gang box here. That's gonna be 1 for the bathroom fan, 1 for the light. And then this guy over here is going to be for our outlet. Boom, right there. And that's gonna be a GFCI outlet. Dylan was telling me about every 10 feet for the outlets. However, we talked about it never hurts to have more power than you need. So obviously where the queen bed is gonna be in here for the guests, we want an outlet on either side for our end tables so that people can charge their phones and run alarm clocks, whatever. And then we just stuck 2 on the end of each wall. And then the other cool thing when you're doing it yourself is that you can put these in wherever you want. So we're gonna ceiling mount a projector up here so that we can get a theater screen right over here. So we're putting an outlet up there. In our media room over here, we're putting an outlet in so that way we can run all of our media. So we'll run in a surge protector over here, run all of our, the receiver, the DVD player, computer, all that stuff that we're gonna be having there. We've got some more outlet boxes. And then the other cool thing we're gonna do is we're actually gonna put another outlet in right up kind of in the corner, tucked back here, and it's gonna be ceiling mounted. And that way we can run some cool LED lighting that'll be color changing all around the top perimeter of the room. And then we're gonna create a little L-shaped lip on it where we could do some crown molding below it, for example. But there'll be an opening at the top where that light will shine through and kind of up. So it'll be like an LED up lighting and it'll illuminate all around the ceiling. Should be pretty cool, kind of ambient, fun light. Okay, so now we're doing our wire runs. Dylan has informed me that the main ones that go into your box are gonna be called your home runs. So right now I'm running some home runs for Dylan. And we've got our 12-2 line out. 12-2, Dylan's told me, is what has to go to the bathroom. So that's gonna be going to our GFCI line there, and then we're gonna continue it to the switch. So that all has to be the 12-2. It's gonna be your yellow cable. And then this white cable is our 14-2. And we've got this guy right here. It's a really long arm that Dylan has. You can wrap the cord around it, and then we can actually pull it through to the utility room, just like they've done with all these other cables. This first one I fed through myself, and that took a while, and then Dylan was like, well, I got these. So it's gonna make it a lot easier. We're gonna run 4 of these into the box and show you how we're wiring them up. Okay, so now we're on the other side. We're actually in our utility room with our box right there. We're gonna be running the cables down. But there, right here, is the end of that line that I showed you. And now all we have to do is pull it through. And that's gonna pull that wire right out here where we need it. And then we'll feed it up. Uh-oh, it's caught on something. There we go. And there's our line. Awesome, look at that. So now we can just pull this guy down, and just like this 12-2 cable here, we're gonna leave a ton of extra for Dylan to be able to get back in the box, wired up to the circuit. So we're gonna run that guy up through the ceiling, just like we did this other guy, and then we're gonna run it down for Dylan. All right, so Dylan gave me this fancy little tool here. Just a long guy here, And this is what we're gonna feed through from the utility closet to the main room over there, because we need to feed our wires through. So we're gonna shove this guy all the way over, and then we're gonna be able to see it stick out on the other end where we're gonna attach our cable, or our 14-2 wire, and then we're gonna pull it right on through. All right, we've got our wire from the utility room. We've run it down here. We are going to be punching a hole in the back here and then running it down into our gang box. Dylan informed me that the best way to do this is to run it from the box in there in the utility closet down to the closest gang box. And then what we're going to do is cut holes all the way across here to the next gang box, run holes to the next gang box. We're going to go all the way around until we get to our light switch here. And then Dylan's going to show me from there what to do. So Dylan's putting the housing up for our bathroom fan.
Not my pig, not my farm.
Dylan's got a 4-inch. All right, so Dylan used a 4-inch hole saw. Got a hole right up there to the outside. We're gonna run some ducting into our fan right there. We got plenty of space to work up here, which is awesome. And yeah, cool. So this is the guy we're gonna be using. So that's gonna be on the outside of the house. We're gonna put that in there, and then we're gonna be screwing down that into the stucco, the outside there. And then from here, we can connect our flex tube onto the end here, and then run that to the fan. All right, Dylan's got that connected using some, is that like HVAC tape or something?
Yeah.
Cool. Running it up to our fan. Get connected onto there. What do you use to connect it to the fan?
Same stuff.
Oh, just same tape? Cool.
So we've got our home run coming in. This is what's going to supply power to everything. This is going to be your outlet, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's going from the outlet over to your switch box. And then from the switch box, we're taking one string to go up to this vanity light. And then from the vanity light to the cam light, we're going to put above the shower. And that'll be the end of that one. And then we'll take another one from the other switch up to the thing. And that's it.
All right, so we've checked that there's no leaks. We've kind of pushed all of the air bubbles out of the faucets upstairs. Now we're gonna go ahead and twist it all the way to 100% on position. So to turn off the main water in the house, we go to our cold storage room here, which is right underneath the porch. Here is our main water valve, and we're just gonna turn that to the off position. That will kill all of the water to the house. And then we'll be able to run some faucets upstairs, try to clear those lines of as much water as we can, leave those faucets open while we're doing the cuts and connecting in the new plumbing, and then we're gonna leave those faucets on as we slowly turn this guy back on. All right, so here's Dylan with this little kind of halo light. Must be water. Must be like water or something, right? So that way it can be above the shower.
Yeah. I like the look of this one better in the shower because it's all flush.
Yeah.
Whereas the other ones kind of go down in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and then water resistant and low clearance. Because I think center you're going to be running with stud. But so this will go, like once drywall's up there, there's still enough room for it to clip itself up in there.
Awesome.
And then it's still like like all your other ones where you can change the color temperature.
Oh, cool. Awesome. And then we'll just wire up to that, right? That's going off of the vanity run, like you were saying?
Yeah.
And then it's coming to that.
Yep,
Cool.
Yep.
And then Dylan's just gonna set that up there, he said, and then when I'm coming into drywall, I'll cut the hole for it, find it, and connect it up.
Yep.
All right, so doing some more electrical here. We ran one home run to this light switch gang box, the 3 gang box, and then we've got our outlet gang box down here. We've also run a home run to this one. So we're gonna start with that one. Pro tip from Dylan is that you tape some red tape on the end of that one coming in. That's your hot line. And then when we wire one through here and then bring it over to that one to connect it, we won't mark it with anything on that end because it'll be kind of the cold end, right, that will then hook through. But then when we bring that wire here, we'll mark it with red, because once we get that one hooked up in our outlet, this one will then become the hot line that's going to be coming in from that one. And then we'll run another one in, but we won't mark it because that'll be our cold line, right? And then we're going to come around to this one. When we bring it into this one, we're going to bring it out, mark it with red tape, because that's becomes our hot line once this one is hooked up. And then we'll just keep continuing all the way around the room. We are taking our drill here. We're going to be drilling holes in about 6 or 8 inches up. And we're going to do that all the way across so we can connect up to that one.